Good evening, friends. Coming at you from the nighttime to start off this video, which is a little bit weird, but there's a reason for that. As it is the new year and the time for all of the resolutions and the getting on track with the health and fitness stuff, I decided to implement 5 changes, 5 habits, 5 things in my life to try to get me closer to where I want to be, health and fitness wise, but also just generally kind of life wise. They're all health and fitness related, but in general, like if your health and fitness is good, then everything else is good, so it helps with all of life. So I sat down the other day and had a little think about all the things that I thought would most benefit me, where I'm currently at with my health and fitness journey, and the things that I think would be easiest for me to change, but also have the biggest impact. So I'm gonna go through those with you and also explain like why I am specifically picking these things. And at the end of the video, I'll give you a ton of other ideas for habits and small things that you can implement in your life that may make a big change for you as well. So stick around until the end for that. So if you're excited to change your life in 2021, or at least implement some small changes to help you just gently towards your goals in 2021, give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, the first thing that I am committing to actually like finally doing something about and really just getting on track, and is the reason that I'm starting this video at night. If you know me, you know what it is. It's my sleep schedule. We're working on it. I've been getting so much better, but we still have a ways to go, and I have a lot of things that I can improve on. A couple of years ago, my senior year of college, my sleep schedule was the opposite of what it should have been. I was going to sleep around 3 or 4 a.m. and waking up at like 11 a.m. Worked out fine because most of my classes were at night, so I kind of had a vaguely normal schedule until I had to do normal human things at like 8 a.m. and I was just dead because I'd only been sleeping for 3 hours. But it was that year that completely just messed up my whole sleep schedule, and I've just never really been able to get back on track since then. Even when I was working like a 9-to-5 job, I was still staying up way too late, although admittedly that's because I was working 2 jobs and didn't have time to sleep. But basically, I have not been able to go to sleep at a regular time in a long time, and I want to change that. So the big thing that I have found helpful for me is implementing a nighttime routine that I love, and I've kind of started to do that. I've lit all of my candles, well, my lights aren't technically off right now because I'm filming and I kind of need them to film, but as soon as I'm done filming this, I'm gonna shut off my ceiling lights and just basically go by like candlelight and Himalayan salt lamp. I have about an hour until I want to go to sleep, so I'm kind of gonna chill like that. I'm gonna get a shower in. I will literally just have candlelight in the shower.
Is that dangerous? I don't think so.
I throw on some chill music, I do some reading, drink a little cup of tea, take my nighttime supplements, and just kind of give myself time to chill and not work and not think about really anything other than just enjoying like that hour of like quiet before bed. And I found that I really enjoy that like hour of quiet before bed, which has helped motivate me to like actually start doing that, which helps me get to bed on time. And honestly, this thing is like one of my top priorities right now, because your circadian rhythm is just, it impacts everything, and the quality of your sleep impacts everything from your exercise performance to your recovery to how will you digest your food to your hormone balance. Like if your sleep is off, everything is going to be off. And I know that my sleep has been off for a very long time, so if I can get that like solid, I'm gonna have such a stronger foundation for everything else. Getting enough quality sleep and having a circadian rhythm that is like not extremely abnormal is a game changer. And I want my game to be changed. But anyway, I did mention supplements, and I've been having so much fun experimenting with different supplements, because there was a lot that I was taking when I was recovering from topical steroid withdrawal to help with sleep, and some that I found were really helpful, some were less helpful, so I've kind of been experimenting and figuring out what works for me right now. As always, I do love my ashwagandha, but there's one new thing that I'm gonna experiment with tonight, and I thought I would film it so that we could just see how it goes. I need to grab it really quick. Ned is coming out with a magnesium supplement that I am super stoked about. I'm genuinely really excited about this because I was taking magnesium very regularly for the last like year, and I recently ran out of magnesium, so this is perfect timing. Magnesium supports over 300 essential functions in the body, from supporting mood to brain health, fatigue, nerve and muscle health, as well as helping the body buffer against stress. Like magnesium, it's essential. If you don't have enough enough magnesium, you die. It's also really good at supporting good quality sleep, which is why I love taking it at night. This new magnesium from Ned has 3 different types of highly bioavailable magnesium. So it has magnesium lactate gluconate, threonate, and citrate. But then it also has L-theanine and GABA, which also are really good at supporting the body's sleep, supporting your brain, supporting all different kinds of things. GABA is another supplement that I loved taking at night when I just like was not sleeping. It helped a lot, but I ran out a while ago, so I'm actually really excited to try this again. So this sample pack comes with a plain flavored one and a lavender berry flavored one, which is fancy. I was actually thinking about mixing the lavender berry in with like a hot chocolate to make like a lavender hot chocolate, because that just sounds decadent and lovely, but it's colored with purple carrot powder, so I feel like it'd be really cool to just see this like in glass in water. But I want a lavender hot chocolate. Magnesium is something that honestly I think most people would benefit from taking, even if you don't have any like immediately noticeable health issues or any issues with sleep. There's not a lot of supplements I would say almost everyone would benefit from, but most people are probably gonna benefit from magnesium. Personally, I would recommend looking into it if you're struggling with sleep, with mood, or with hormone imbalances. Those are 3 like huge things that it can really help with. So I'm gonna give this a try. I think honestly, I don't really want to have another I've already had a hot chocolate today, so I don't really need another one. I think I'm just gonna mix the lavender berry in some water. Does it need to be warm water? Start 1 packet and 6 to 10 ounces of water. Just water. Okay, I'm gonna go mix this up and give it a try. I'll be right back. Look at how pretty it is. It's actually like so purple. I'm so glad I just mixed it with water. It looks like an amethyst. It smells like a magnesium supplement. Let's give this a try. That's actually pretty good. Not gritty at all. You know how a lot of like the powdered supplements like can taste kind of gritty? This is smooth. I approve. So I'm gonna drink this, shut my lights off, shut this ring light off, let my body like ease into sleepy time. I'll report back in the morning as to how this has affected my sleep. Cheers.
7 hours later.
So I just had such a good night's sleep. Like, I'm not even joking. I genuinely didn't think it was gonna make that much of a difference, but like, I woke up before my alarm, and like I gradually woke up before my alarm, and by the time my alarm went off, I was like mostly awake, and like that hasn't happened in literally forever. Usually when my alarm goes off, I'm like dead asleep and I just want to keep sleeping forever, probably because my sleep quality is not as optimal as it could be. So the fact that I woke up like right before my alarm naturally and felt good and like was awake, it's a miracle. My sleep score on my Oura Ring was also one of the best that it's been in a very long time. Got an 81. Go me. The only thing that's upsetting now is the fact that I only have 2 samples of that magnesium, and so I'm gonna have to like wait until they actually launch the product to get more of it. I'm gonna be really interested to try it again and see if it has the same effects. Obviously this is like a one-time thing. Maybe it was a fluke, I don't know, but I feel really good right now and I'm very excited to like go to the gym, smash out a great workout. Like I am ready for the day. And I am not a morning person. This is like weird. If any of you guys want to get your hands on the sample pack of magnesium to see if you actually want to buy it, if you place an order with Ned that's over $30 before January 31st, it will automatically be sent with your order. Or if you're already a North Star member, like if you have the membership with Ned, you're gonna get it automatically in your next like order that you get. So if you've been wanting to try out some of Ned's CBD based products, whether it be the regular CBD oil, which is absolutely amazing, or the hormone balance blend, or the body butter, or any of that, do that now so that you can get yourself a sample of the magnesium with your order, because I may be in love with it. I'm gonna have to try it again, but I think I'm in love with it. And if you use my code FitAndNerdy to place your order, you will get yourself 15% off that order, so you get a free sample and 15% off. Or if you subscribe to the North Star membership, you get 20% off your first order with that, with my code FitAndNerdy. So link in the description, go check it out, get yourself some good quality CBD and a little sample of potentially the best magnesium ever. I'm going to hold off judgment before I say it's the best until I like try it regularly, but my mind is already blown.
So after reestablishing, or I guess establishing for the first time, a consistent sleep routine and consistent sleep schedule that makes me feel good, the next thing that I'm working on that I think is going to have a huge impact is rebuilding an old routine that I did fall out of due to the health issues that I had and then quarantine, and that is just regular exercise. Making sure I'm getting in 5 workouts per week. And right now, I'm letting them be kind of whatever I want them to be. All I'm trying to do right now is reestablish the discipline and the consistency so that I can train the way that I want to and train as regularly as I want to. And right now, I'm not putting any pressure on myself for it to be any specific type of workout. If it's just a long walk in the morning, if it's some yoga, if it's some animal flow stuff, if it's handstand practice, if it's lifting, whatever it is, I just want to do something so that I have that consistency, have that discipline, and then from there, I have a great baseline to work from. If you want to build this habit too and you're struggling, I highly recommend just starting small. Start with what is easily doable for you. If that is taking a 10-minute walk 1 time a week, like every Wednesday you take a 10-minute walk, start there so that you actually feel accomplished, so that you can actually build off of that rather than starting with a goal that's too big that like you really want to aspire to and you're excited to be able to do it, but is not something that's actually practical for you to do, because then you just fail and you get discouraged and you don't do it and then you don't go anywhere. If right now you're just not being consistent with exercise, if you go from that, just consistent exercise twice a week, 45 minutes, you're gonna see a huge difference in like anything that you're trying to accomplish. And then from there, you have a great foundation to build from. You can add an extra day in there. You can add an extra 10 minutes to your workout. You can add like an extra 20-minute walk on a different day or whatever it is you wanna do, but like set that foundation for yourself to build from.
Aside from my soul, there goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight from my soul.
Got my workout in, did a little chill lower body session because I'm still kind of sore from my workout 2 days ago. Ate some breakfast, got some carbs and protein to optimize recovery, and now I'm implementing habit number 3 that I am working on, which is to stay hydrated. This really isn't as good without lemon in it.
Usually put the juice of a whole lemon in here, but I don't have any lemon.
Maybe I should just walk to the grocery store and get a lemon. Anyway, this may seem stupid to some of you and really easy to some of you, but hydration is something that I have always struggled with, like always struggled with. I've just never been like a water drinker. I drink water, like obviously, or else I'd be dead. But it's not something that like, even if I have water next to me, I don't tend to drink it. I just like forget to drink water. And hydration is like super important for so many different things. Now, I'm not trying to like drown myself in water. I'm not trying to drink a gallon of water a day. That is excessive for most people. That is just not necessary. But I realized the other day that I had had like 2 glasses of water and that was it. And I was like, this needs to stop. I need to do something about this. So now what I'm trying to do is bring one of these to the gym with me. So I finish this like before noonish, hopefully. I still have about this much left in here. Shh. It's okay. And then I do love tea. Like if I have a cup of tea, I will drink the tea. So since I'm like, it's like cold weather, I can rely more on my giant pot of tea. This is 6 cups of liquid, believe it or not. So drinking like one of these and like a kombucha is a pretty decent amount of water, at least compared to what I was drinking before. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for now. You may notice a theme so far that with all these things, I'm implementing little things to make it easier for me, to make these habits more accessible for me. And that is what I highly recommend finding for any habits that you're trying to implement. Something that's going to make it easier for you to stick with, make it more accessible to you, more enjoyable for you, etc. So I'm just gonna be casually sipping on this for the next few hours as I get some work done, staying hydrated, being productive, living the good, fit, healthy life. Really does need some lemon though. So I just came out here to do a little journaling. Figured I would do it while it's still light outside. I was hoping I would see the sunset, but it's a little bit too cloudy for that right now. The 4th habit that I've been trying to implement, I have kind of ambiguously named, and I'm still kind of trying to figure out where exactly I want to take this. I just know it's something that I want to do. I've called it
life enhancers. And where I find this fitting into like health and fitness in general is kind of in the stress category, where, you know, I break things down into 4 pillars of health: exercise, nutrition, sleep, and stress. This is something that will help with the stress and like mental health side of fitness. And so what I'm essentially trying to do with this habit is include more things in my life that I feel like enhance my life beyond just like doing work and going to the gym. So this is going to include things like journaling, meditation, 2 things that I've been wanting to really get into but just haven't been super consistent with. I've kind of just sprinkled it in here and there for a long time. But also doing more writing in general. Like, my life goal is to be a screenwriter / TV writer, so I should probably be working on that. And also, like, I love it. Like, when I sit down and write, like, it's an entirely different world and I love it, and I need to get into that more. I also want to read more. Just bought a new book, finishing up a book, gonna be reading some screenplays too, I think. Really excited about that. I've been incorporating that more into my nighttime routine. Also want to go to therapy, not honestly for anything in particular, but just because I think it's a good thing to do, and I think getting someone else's outside perspective on your mindset and everything is highly valuable. And I think if I do that, I'm gonna make a video about it. Obviously not going into like personal life details, but just like my experience and stuff like that, because I think there's such a stigma around therapy. But honestly, I think everyone should go to therapy at some point. So again, I know that life enhancers and like all of this is kind of a broad category, and I'm still kind of figuring out where I really want to sit with this, like exactly how I want to incorporate all of this stuff into my life. But just having this as like a to-do thing has already made me incorporate more of this into my life. Like, I'm sitting here journaling. I think I actually just like did some pretty good inner work in this couple minutes that I was sitting here writing. It has another level of depth to your life that helps with like mental health and stress and all of that. I think if I were to like recommend this to other people, I would say create a habit around something that you are passionate about, like something outside of your work, outside of your friends, outside of everything else, just something that is specifically for you, that excites you, and incorporate that into your life in some way, in some amount of regularity.
If you watched my video like 2 or 3 videos ago about how to start your fitness journey, your weight loss journey, your whatever journey, you'll notice that I am following my own advice in starting by adding things to my routine, to my life, rather than taking things away. All of these first 4 habits have been things that I will actively be trying to do, not things that I'm trying not to do. Because it's a lot easier to add things than to take things away when you're not sufficient in certain things. Like, if you are not getting sufficient sleep, if you're not eating enough, if you're not exercising enough, your body is already lacking. And so trying to take things away from that makes things a lot harder. So I recommend trying to start by adding new habits. But this last one for myself is taking something away, but it's not something that I really care is being taken away. It's more something that I just want to be more mindful about and reduce, and it's not a big deal for me to take it away. And this is alcohol. I don't know if it's just 2020 got to me or what, but since I started consuming alcohol when I turned 21, like, I was probably averaging like 1 drink a month, because I would go out like once every 3 months to consume alcohol. But the last like 2 or 3 months have just been a lot more than that. It's not like I've been drinking an excessive amount. Like, that is not me. That is not something I have been doing. I've just been drinking a lot more than normal. And I'm not about it, honestly. And so I kind of just want to go back to my previous relationship with alcohol, where I'm consuming it very minimally, very occasionally. And I think the health benefits of this and why I'm interested in doing this might be relatively obvious, because alcohol is literal poison. I'm just trying to not poison myself regularly. The other thing is that since I am still on my hormone balancing journey, I have kind of gotten a regular cycle back, but you know, I'm still trying to like really get super solid with all of that. Alcohol majorly messes with your hormones. It completely disrupts estrogen metabolism, which can completely disrupt your cycle, cause a whole ton of hormonal issues, and I'm not about that. I want my body to be as healthy as possible. Comment down below if any of you guys are doing dry January, cutting out alcohol for January. So those are the 5 big things that I am going to be working on in this new year in the spirit of New Year's resolutions and getting my life back on the track that I want it to be on. And I just wanted to wrap this up by giving you guys some other suggestions and ideas for habits and just changes that you can implement that will help you, because I definitely don't recommend necessarily picking the exact same things that I did. Like, the things that I am focusing on changing are the things that I know I have like the most amount of progress to make in. If you already have a regular sleep schedule, you probably don't have to focus nearly as much on sleep as I do. So I really recommend taking a few minutes to like just sit down and think about the areas that you need the most improvement in, and then figuring out the specific habits that are going to help you make the most amount of progress. So breaking this down into the 4 pillars of health, when it comes to your diet, some changes that you can implement are cooking from home more, eating more protein with your meals, eating more vegetables during the day, trying to eat all different colors of the rainbow throughout the week. For exercise, maybe start a new workout program, work towards consistency, whatever that looks like for you. Work on hitting your 10,000 steps during the day or getting in an hour of movement throughout the day. Focus more on mobility or flexibility if that's what's lacking and holding you back. When it comes to sleep, create a good sleep environment in your bedroom. This can come down to like temperature, light, etc. Have a bedtime routine, get a full 8 hours of sleep. Try to sleep more in line with the sunrise and sunset. For stress, you can add meditation, add breath work, add a gratitude or mindfulness practice. Go to therapy, do more of what you love. There are countless different little habits in each of these categories that you can sprinkle into your life that shouldn't be too challenging to do. And that's another thing that I'm doing with all of these habits. Like, none of these are very challenging for me to implement. Like, none of them are logistically impossible given my schedule. They're all things that I can easily fit into my life and just change little things to make huge progress. You also don't have to pick 5. You can pick 1 or 2 to start out. That is totally fine. Leave a comment down below with the specific habits that you are trying to change this year, things that you are committing to doing to bettering your life, bettering yourself, bettering your health and your fitness. In the meantime, if you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does support me and my channel. I really genuinely appreciate it. Please share this video with your friends, your family, and your neighbors. If you want to see more videos from me all about health and fitness, you can check them out over here. To see future videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the little notification bell so you get notified when I post a video, and I will see you very soon. Bye!